Hi guys. Hi, welcome. Oh yeah, actually it's very cushy. Hey guys, how's it going? So, let's see. We got a bunch done yesterday, like bunch of mock-ups. You know what? Like I'm actually like not all together there right now. I stay here a little late, but I'm just like my memory's failing me a little bit.
Yeah, yesterday we had a pretty productive design chat about just
right,
some of the
did.
remaining. What's that?
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
It's all coming back.
Yeah, my brain was just dying on me later in that day, so I didn't get as much done. But we hashed out a lot of stuff to the point where I feel like I'm now pretty much unblocked on getting all of the scenario data and stuff in there. I'll let y'all know, and so I'm just going to try to get as much of that done today as possible because honestly, that's like a major thing that I feel like is my side of is behind a little.
This is the halfway mark.
Yeah. I mean, everything's about to be, like, or at least it's going to be, I don't want to say feature complete, but there's like, all the interfaces functionally, it's going to
I guess we got the balcony tech tree. We got to probably set up a raft of prototypes to turn the various modules on.
Like, all the, some of the writing that Gabe's done is amazing, and I can't wait to see it actually in the game. And there's like the scenarios. What's that?
Too much. Fingers crossed.
I mean, it sucks.
Fingers crossed, like later today.
It's a single best combination of words ever derived in the English language.
It's good to help save the lackluster art.
Well, I was working on Best Buds, and they just needed a little bit of help on Dear Leader. It seemed like they had a little bit more work than just the two artists that they had to do. And so I'm just kind of like spending a little bit, half time on each about right now. So, which is cool. It's cool. It's fun changing things up. I'm happy to hang out with Lee as long as it's not for the entire day because I don't want to go crazy. It's cool. I can put my name on two things. It's pretty fun.
Oh, we didn't say you put your name on.
Oh man, nice. Oh man, what a jerk.
And then we have Transcripts, which I just used that old Czech typewriter font, but it's just like, and then the news one is really simple. It's the same thing. It just says like news transcript. Yep. I'm still working on that. And I think, so this is much simpler. No stamp. I scaled everything up to maximize the amount of reading space. Yep. So I should have this, like in an hour, it should be functional. And then you guys can speak it. What I can simulate here is if I go over here and say hit like new turn, you can see like this simulates, you're getting a call on the intercom, and if you click on that, it'll kind of go to this intercom. Characters, nothing's happening yet, but you get some of the writing there. They're still bringing all that online. A lot of the work that's been brought on is all sort of behind the scenes, and adding the content in game is kind of the last step for a lot of that.
I'm pretty excited that everything is like coming together, and it's super cool. It's like every morning is like, I was just telling Lee, it's like every morning is like kind of Christmas. Like you come in, there's like new stuff. Anyway, it's pretty rad. All right, guys. Thanks. Let's go.
I had a question for you.
The thing that's challenging for this game is just like you don't know if it's going to be any good, right? Because with the other games, that's like, well, at the very least, you can run around. You can like look around. There's stuff to see, and so I mean, I suppose you can look around in this game, but it's about, it needs to feel fun and stuff. And I don't know what, like, fun for point and clicks and for games like this is more about the content than anything else. So that's a little tough, of course. Yeah, it's super exciting and it looks really good, or like it's really funny, or whatever it is. The story feels really cool. So I hope in the end it all kind of comes together and stuff, and it'll be good. So I don't know. I'm really hopeful, but it could totally crash and burn. I don't know. That's how these things are, right?
Cool. Sweet. Now I need to go over here. Maybe? Garage? Okay. So we're gonna unload all this stuff. Load all this stuff.
Active scope was definitely not made with what we're doing in mind.
Yeah. I did it right though, right?
No, you did it right. It's meant for like an entire level, not parts of a level.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Because it's really easy to do
Definitely
exactly what you
slapping it
were doing,
around.
where you're like slapping in lights into the wrong scopes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're like, oh shit!
Okay, point light, right here. Okay, it did it that time.
It's technical, baby.
Looking good. It's gonna happen now, right? We got this.
Oh yeah.
Point light 6. That was good old point light 6. Okay.
I got to see this work.
Video game.
Execute.
Go. Dude, it's getting there. Watch how dope this transition is. And then you turn around and it's like, oh, nothing's there. And then here's the office.
Nice lighting.
Nice. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I lit that myself.
You
Ben.
should just keep it in there.
It's pretty good. Look, I even put this in there.
Yeah, you
whatever
did
that
the
is.
staccato.
I just did that. Yeah, got it. And now watch. Hit space. Where am I? Like, look, you're like weirdly
You're
outside the
outside.
hub. It's like whatever, but if you hit it again, it's fine. So we got to figure that one out. But
All right, cool. All right, check that in.
We could just say it's like purgatory or something like that.
Yeah.
And you just have to press it twice. Why fix it? Make it a feature.
awesome. I'm checking this in.
Cool.
Video games. Oh, we're trying to get the whole flow working, where you can go into all of the doors and kind of move between the different environments the way that you should. And the way that we're doing it is like, it kind of has to be done this way, but it's like all the stuff is like on top of each other. Yeah, we're trying to get everything as playable as possible so that we can actually sit down together as a team and like go through it and see how broken it is. It's not that broken, it's fine. It is pretty cool though that it's like we're at the point where things are actually sort of working. It's starting to feel more like an actual video game and not just like a weird tech demo or something. Like it's cool.
Okay.
It looks fucking sweet, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's cool. It's getting like values and stuff, different values on the doors. Anyway, so you would start the game, and this door would be illuminated. These doors would be dark, and you could walk in. And bam,
Holy
you're in
crap.
an alley. And if I focus around, so focus on that and click, I should be back at the hub. So this door's open now. I can walk into it.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's my light. What do you think about my lighting, you guys?
This is amazing.
Pretty good.
That's awesome, and I can walk.
Wow.
Whoa, that was cool. Oh,
Holy
shoot.
crap.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
So now I'm in the office.
Whoa.
Whoa, inventory item.
Holy crap. This is amazing. I like it.
Ducks. I love the lighting, actually.
This is amazing. I just want to play a game with that.
I know. Look at the volumetric
that's
lights.
incredible.
It's awesome. Yeah, you can play from the start of the game to the end of the game now, which is pretty amazing because yesterday you couldn't do that. Yeah, it's all the puzzles are stubbed in with like these cute little duck-shaped items, but yeah, it totally works. Brad and the programmers were like just killing it today.
So it will have this like cool. I don't know. This
Like a
seems
looping
cool.
thing. Maybe it just starts over from the beginning of the game. You have amnesia again. No, it's fun.
No, here's a twist. You see her getting smashed by the credits. They come scrolling down on her head. That's what killed her.
It was the credits. It was all of us the whole time. Derek Brand. Bam.
No, we should
That's what got her.
We should force the player to watch all of the credits, and then you play a sound like someone getting hit in the head with a pipe, and then it puts the character back at the very beginning of the game.
You have amnesia and
Amnesia again. I just figured it out. Bam.
What about tutorial stuff?
Is it possible to roll that into the VO somehow? I mean, it's kind of weird, but
it's
like the narrator could be like, and then I picked up the duck.
That's very Metal Gear Solid. If you want to go with the like.
I mean, is it that big of a deal?
Press, hold space bar to go back to the hub.
Attack the enemy.
Except it would be him talking to himself. I vaguely remember holding the space bar here.
You guys want to shoot for today? Thursday? You want to shoot for Thursday? Is that doable? Yeah.
Yeah.
We can meet back and do another one of those playthroughs Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah. Like, I get up super early. Like, I can't sleep. You know, like, oh shit, I forgot to do that thing, or I really need to figure this thing out, or have this resolved for so and so. But then, like, kind of agonizing over, this is going to be finalized. Like, is this really what I want? You know, that kind of stuff. I think just like the decisions that have to be made, could agonize over those for a while. So I think that's probably part of it. Yeah.
Have you ever had to deal with something like this before? Like in any other sort of aspect of just life stuff?
Not really. No. It feels like when you have a new job and you're trying to like prove yourself a little bit, but that's like multiply that feeling. Because that's the worst feeling, right? You always, like the first month or so of a new job, you always feel like you're going to be fired. Or so. At least I do. When I started here for like 3 months, I thought I was going to be fired anyway. But yeah, it's kind of that feeling.
I do like that somebody was talking to me about, I haven't been watching the fine work that you guys have been doing, but somebody did say that we're like the cliffhanger project that's like, that you guys are using. Tim came by and he was like, oh yeah. He was like, you know, have you been watching? And I was like, no. And he's like, you know, day 3 starts with just like you and Derek like in a dark room with like 30 seconds of silence or something. And I'm like, I do like that you guys have set the bar pretty low for us. And if we make anything, it's gonna seem super amazing. We're gonna be like, wow, it's all for the people that have been watching the documentary. So that's cool. Setting the bar low, like low, you know. Under promise, over deliver kind of thing. It's like, I feel like that's what we're doing, but yeah, I don't want to jump the gun, but things are starting to come together, which is cool.
But, you know, 6'5" is
That is so freaky.
wow.
That
Bringing
freaks
it.
me out.
But anyways, can we hear
Okay,
you when you
cool.
talk like that?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Horses can't talk in our game,
The
though.
only way I knew who it was
We're all horse hearers. We can understand you. So, are you gonna wear this while we do some animation reference gathering?
Yeah.
So, like, what is the animation you're working on right now, Ray? What does it look like? It's been a wild ride so far. You know, people are changing their roles on the team. We have some interesting things happening all the time. And I'm just really excited about our progress. And we just got to keep pushing forward. Still have to figure out the name of the enemies. There's a good forum thread on the public forums about it, but nothing's really grabbed me yet. So if you guys have any thoughts, ideas, or something from that thread that sounds really good, let me know. And it'd be great today to get that enemy in the game. Yeah, we just got that in, and we just figured out what they're named too. So I did a little poll from the top 3 names we had. We had the GBs, the Uglum, and the Grex. And I think we're going with the Grex. So I was just posting that to the forum saying, Grex it is, and that was suggested by one of our forum members. So first time seeing them kind of in game. They're coming right at me. Well, that's a little too synchronized there. I'll play with the distances. And they're not playing their death animation yet. They're just blipping out of existence. But that's the start. We've got our enemies, the Grex. Boom! Just stomp that guy out of oblivion. Bring it. So Ray's working on a new version of the quick stomp that might be more of a front kick to kind of make it feel like this. So the goal is to get you to be able to do this kind of bucking bronco thing, where you can kind of be attacking from both sides and turning at the same time. The turning isn't quite working yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
It's kind of a, like, this front kick now. It's pretty cool. Before it was like a rear up, but now it's like a, like, push you sort of thing.
Is that satisfying?
It's starting to be. Passed out. Take that in the balls.
I like prancing over their dead bodies.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about making sure that every button press feels good and is gonna, when you connect with an enemy, that feels good. When they hit you, that feels bad, and then you don't want that to happen.
Tuning time is definitely going to be short, but we'll do it and we can do it.
But hey, playable and kill the dudes, awesome, and get hit.
It's already hilarious to kick him in the face.
Yeah, I definitely
see him go flying.
When I talk to them about those hit reactions, like the bigger, the better it feels. The combat roll is I feel like it triggers a little bit too early right now, and then it's also you get this kind of synced feel of it because they all kind of tend to do it at the same time.
Yeah,
some
random there, but yeah.
It's cool though.
No, they're way too rolly. But the other thing is we can have them sometimes not roll out of the way, as long as they get as long as if they get hit by the horse at high speed, they get knocked back.
Right. That's pretty good. I mean, they can't chase you down.
No,
but I think that's okay.
That's kind
they look pretty.
That's kind of the
right
point.
After you, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
all right. Well, this is definitely.
They work well on the slopes too, so I think that's cool.
Oh, good.
Yep. But we have the rest of this week, a little this weekend,
Yeah,
and
it's
Monday.
kind of weird. We're actually just over halfway done. It doesn't feel like it because we started a day late and it's all kind of offset. It also doesn't feel like Tuesday, but
no. Time has no meaning during AF.
Yeah.
Where am I? I've forgotten. It's definitely snappier than any horse game I've played in terms of those controls. And I do feel like I'm now starting to look beyond the rider and into the horse and being like, this is who I am. I mean, as soon as you can get into the state where you're kind of bucking back and forth and kicking dudes, like that feels pretty good. And being able to go forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. I really like that. And I'm really stoked to have a game where we can have these kind of rolling hills. This is pretty much my favorite terrain type in the real world, is grassy rolling hills. And so this is like looking a lot like I hoped it would. You know, I know it's going to get better and better. And but just careening down this hill, and you know, it's fun to get a bunch of the little guys following you, and you kind of watch them chase you down the hill, and they're all like, "Ah, come back!" So I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, me too.
Mr. Ward, what's going on?
I'm just writing lots of dialogue that we're going to record today. Right after this, we'll probably get going. That's all I'm doing, is writing stuff. And I'm cutting out chunks of ideas that I have just because we can't implement everything because it's just too much. But that's normal. I'm starting to feel more stressed out. I don't know why. Maybe the high is gone.
Finished up most of the house stuff. It still needs to be lit, so that'll be cool. At some point you'll end up in the house, a lot of which is potato, so I can't talk about it. Started with this. You wanted 2 doors, one for the player to open and get in, and then one that the little buds use. Yeah, it's hilarious. This was showing like how the player sits in here, like kind of crammed in, but the place is built to accommodate you, but in sort of an awkward, weird way. I guess the fiction is that they never use the house. It's like it's for a specific purpose that involves a human character. Yeah, so it's just kind of like this weird grandma's cabin that nobody ever goes to, which is why there's like an old TV, because you know, like she doesn't have an Xbox. Everything's there the whole time. It's all built to scale for the little guys, and then since the camera's in first person, you can kind of cheat. So his body is sort of like does a weird, hilarious thing. Yeah, it's since it's all in first person, the camera's locked to the player, so he does this like hilarious breakdance move and jams in there. You just can't tell. You don't see that at all, so it doesn't matter. It's all about the camera. What you'll actually see is not. Yeah, that's pretty much what you see. It just kind of slides and turns around. There are actually, big budget, multi-million-dollar FPS games that do the same thing, like with their first-person models, because you'll never see it. Penn really wanted to be able to see the player, so you can see exactly how big you are compared to them, and then be able to look down, like being able to see the arm matches what you're doing. I think it's pretty important. Most first-person games don't have bodies at all. They're just like a floating head with like floaty gun, like a gun that floats in space with the arms chopped off here. There's no body at all because it's really hard to do. Which we have a full body that walks around, and like there's a reason why. Like there's pretty much every multi-million-dollar FPS game doesn't even bother because body awareness, like lining up the animations with the camera, and so the camera doesn't get jammed down in the chest in a weird way, is like there's just tons of issues that people just say, screw it, I'm not even gonna try. So we figured it would be fun to tackle in 2 weeks.
Ben. I worked yesterday on getting it so guys talk, their mouths flap using Dave's overlay anims, and sometimes when they're not exported right, they talk out of the top of their head, which is gross. I'm working on getting all of the completed rigs and anims in the game, so we'll start seeing actual variations on the guys today. And my wife made a present for Penn because she makes stuff. She makes stuff. This is amazing. This is for Penn. It's a big leg.
That is
Weird, that's amazing.
That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Ben's wife made this, who I know as Ben's wife. I'm excited to learn Ben's wife's name, but she made this. You know what? I should say y'all have Ben saying it maybe from this morning, like the
plug.
The plug. Yeah, it'd be good to do it right.
It's happy-handmade.com. Everybody, you can buy stuff. That's cool.
Yeah. Big leg doesn't sit alone.
It's all messed up, dude. Like, my brother has to be up a little higher, dude. No, that's good. That's good.
You know she's watching this.
Hey, big leg. Hey, Ben.
Don't put this on. I gotta stop.
With Big Leg, he's gonna be a pretty important dude, and so when he says certain things to you, we're trying to figure out so when he says so Big Leg is kind of self-conscious about his big leg. So he might say things like, hey, I got this big leg, I'm always kind of weird about it, freaked out about it. Are you freaked out about anything about your body? And so we're trying to brainstorm things what would people say? People often talk about their weight, they often talk about their age, and trying to come up with lines that Brandon can then record into a database, and so that we can have proper reactions from the little buds ready to go when the player says that.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
Wait. I mean, unless we're having the geriatric crowd, I don't know if heart problems are going to be an issue. I doubt that. But
age is a good one though.
Yeah, age, weight.
Heart. You want to search for most common ailments.
Yeah. What that does is that lets us brainstorm these things that a human player might say, so we can give those things to Penn, and he can write what the little buds might say in response to that.
The big things that I'm interested in fleshing out as much as possible is that death paragraph.
Okay.
It would be fun to delve really deep into that and see how far we could really stretch, the limits of the chat script. And then
The funny thing about that is, just sort of coincidentally, the example bot that ships with ChatScript actually has a lot of stuff about death. For whatever reason, I think that's a thing that people like talking to chatbots about. Is I remember it had pages of responses about burial rituals around the world and stuff like that.
It's definitely pretty complex. I'm pretty impressed that we're getting this in 2 weeks. Brandon's kind of a genius. This is why I got out of programming, because of people like him. He's too smart. I can't compete with that.
And this would also be, I think, one of those good places where it's like if you interrupt here with something that he doesn't understand, he should probably be irritated. Like, I'm trying to tell you about myself. Like,
Yeah, like
you
friends
should
listen to each other.
Yeah. It's funny because he's like his character is very self-reflective, and so like anything that you say is gonna kind of feel like he's thinking about it, right? Because he's sort of like thinking about his plight in life. Like, that's funny. He's a good character for this game specifically.
So yeah, but this goes back. He's constantly self-aware. He's constant body dysmorphia issues.
Yeah,
even
I feel like
in
I
this.
want to cheer him up when I read it.
Yeah.
Like we just get that as much as we possibly can by just thinking up as many possibilities within reason, because we only have so much time, right? It's also hard to stay on track when you do that, because you think of some wacky stuff. Like people just say, because someone might want to just grief the game, right? Like blue diamonds, and you're like, what does that even mean? So yeah, you kind of gotta account for that potential too.
So it'll work. I mean, it's dumb to want more than that, but I do. Like I was talking to Tim earlier, and I was like, I want to just talk about bananas, and I want to talk about like those little red bananas that are sweet, and like what's up with that, and just dig into like what are the peels like, the inside of the peel, those little strings that come off the. I want to be able to say everything in the world to these characters, but that's dumb. You can't do that.
I actually haven't really done much talking. I just started testing the talking before you guys came over. I was talking to Raz, or Big Leg, I mean.
Hey, be best friends with me.
Hello?
Hey, pick me.
Best buds! Only best buds with you, man!
Pick me. Pick me, please.
This is amazing. Oh, this floaty head.
Hey, man. I was thinking, you want to be best friends with me?
You are cute.
Well, it's hard to believe, you know. Pick me to be your best friend.
No, man, go away, dude. Go away, loser. Yeah, that guy sucks. Get the hell out of here. I'm talking with my buddy Big Leg.
Pick me!
No!
You know, probably you chose me because you feel sorry for me with my leg and all. But
No, man.
that's okay.
Big legs are sexy.
You know, Big Leg takes what he can get.
Oh, man, Big Leg's the best. I don't know what these other guys.
I want to be your best friend.
Oh, well. That seems to be as much as we've done so far. Ship it, yeah. Ship it. Jeremy made me this. Make game, ship game, die.
We'll be super tight buds, man. Come on!
They follow me up here.
That's a dirty glass.
Yeah.
Super gross.
It wasn't gross until you pointed it out.
That was.
Man, it's like we're celebrating the end of AF. It's only halfway.
We crunched your bottle in here.
Yes. Oh my God, so good. I feel like I don't have a lot to talk about because this AF has been super fun. I think because this game is so insane. I think it's because this game is so completely insane in so many different respects. It's impossible to get stressed out about anything because it's like trying to get stressed out about something that's just like could be anything. I didn't realize how much like game ideas we've had internally and like my own game ideas were so heavily constrained by the process of getting it done. And like every idea you like run a filter through it and it's like, well, how would you do it? And would it be fun? And would it be feasible? And like who would do what? And I think it was really crazy seeing Penn come in just like not knowing anyone on the team, not knowing any of like our strengths or like having not done a lot of stuff in games either, and just going like, this would be an awesome thing to do. And when I saw the pitch, I was like, this is impossible. Like my thought was like, there's no fucking way. I mean, part of it is if you're the one doing the work, it's like really tempting to pick game ideas that you've already solved. Like just because it's a fucking pain in the ass solving problems for the first time. And it's scary. Like it's way easier to resolve problems that you've already solved. Is like a lot simpler. But that's like the difficulty of, I think, being close to it is you fall into that trap where you're just trying to do things that you know how to accomplish. So So it's super fun to have someone else come in and just be like, you're doing this. And you're like, well, I'll try. So rare to get a few days to do anything other than like a task list. A few days to like focus on something crazy and like see where it leads you is just fucking the best. Love AF. It's so much fun. So much fucking fun.
How's it in the hotel?
I like it, man. I like listening to people scream it all night long. I keep my windows open because I like hearing all the fire engines, and then if I wait to hear, like if someone especially loopy is screaming in the middle of the street, I run over and I like, what's going on? It's pretty fun. I just don't go out at night. I'm scared of that stuff. But I like to, I'm on the 7th floor and I like to like peek out my window. And I even look through the curtain so they can't see me, even though I'm on the 7th floor. Because I don't want them to like, you know, and then I'm just like, oh no, like how'd you know? So I still hide behind the curtain. That'd be terrifying. What's wrong with the world?